Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome to ECREM's R1 Bootcamp. You're listening to part 2, tips on consults, efficiency tips on shifts, and advice for the night shift.
Let's move on to segment 3. Now this one's my favorite. I've been excited for this.
Okay.
Consults.
I know.
Dial.
Consults لعبتي.
So let's talk about consults. I'm sure all of us are consulting, and it's a special skill we need to have as an ED physician. What if any of the mnemonics or keywords or like catchphrases you use when you consult?
I think I approach consulting like a game.
You are a gamer.
Exactly.
So for you, everything is a game approach.
Because it makes it more fun. So first of all, key is preparation.
Okay.
Preparation.
Yes.
And just know why you are consulting this service.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you're consulting for an admission, why does the patient need admission? What's the indication?
Yes.
So you need to know what you're talking about before making the consult.
Yeah.
Don't assume just because you've been with the patient for 2 hours, you need to summarize all that visit and all the patient's complaint in a phone call in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Second of all, be considerate. These are our colleagues. You might have 3 pending patients that need to be seen and you've just been screamed at by a family member, but this person maybe has like 10 consults in inpatient ward and 3 in the ED, and they might be overwhelmed. And they might be a resident as well.
Yeah.
So it's not just a person it might be another person who's struggling with the same things you're struggling with.
Right.
So be considerate and keep that in mind when you're giving them information. There's no need to give them the patient's history since 2012. Tell them, I like to start with just a quick introduction of why I'm consulting them, what I want to happen, or what my question is. So whether I want an admission or I want them to review their medications before discharge or whatever. And then I can tell them more about the patient.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you just start the call with a quick summary that familiarizes that person you're talking to with the situation.
Yeah.
So as long as you're prepared, you know what you want, it's easy to do. If you have any doubt, go back to your attending before making the call.
Yes.
I feel like the relationships you build with other specialties stay with you and are some of the more important ones.
Yes.
So it's not very advisable to call when you're not really that prepared or speak with them when you're not, because that's an impression they get of you as a resident.
Yeah.
And now every call that person receives from you will be tinged by that memory.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So try to be prepared. If you don't know why you're consulting, ask your attendant. Why do you want me to call this person? What do we want?
Yeah.
Is it a disposition question? Is it a concern about a laboratory result? Is it something specific we want to change in the person's management at home? So be clear, be concise, and be considerate.
You know, I like to divide consults into 3 types. So whenever I'm approaching a consult, like I would think, is it category 1, 2, or 3?
Tell us more.
Yeah.
And especially with Amin and Sohela, I would want stories because you rotate in almost all the hospitals in Abu Dhabi.
We have stories from everywhere.
Exactly. That's the tea.
Yeah. So consult, I like to divide it into 3 groups. So group 1 is, category 1 of consult is the straightforward consult. The patient comes with a STEMI, call cardio, cath lab. This is no argument.
Pneumonia, hypoxic, they need admission.
Admission, yes, exactly. Category 3, let's leave 2. Category 3 is those patients who come and you know that they need admission. No one can tell you they will not leave the hospital. Yeah. It's just that they're stuck which service will take them. Yeah. So is it IM/HDU/ICU?
Yeah.
My favorite.
Is it cardio/IM? Like, you know it's difficult, but you know this patient is going to end up being admitted. So it's about your communication skills and about knowing your patient.
True.
And knowing your hospital's admission grid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Category 2, which is the most difficult. You know, those patients is a really borderline that is kind of dischargeable, but kind of admissible.
All the Asian chest pains in 40 years
Yes.
old.
Yeah. So you have to, like, my attending tells me, you have to prepare it like a package.
Yeah.
You have to, like, pack it really well for the person on the other end.
Yeah.
You have to really make it sound interesting.
Yeah.
And
Throw in some random scores in there.
exactly, heart score or some score. Yeah. So I would say consults, your first 10 seconds of the call really matters.
I agree.
Number one, what's who you are. You have to be
I was
really
gonna add to
professional.
that. Yeah.
And then the second thing is really, what do you want from me?
Yeah.
If it's an appendix that needs to be removed, you don't want to call the surgeon at like 2 a.m. Hello, my name is this, I'm a resident. Well, this patient, 14-year-old, well, she had her period on this age. And he doesn't care. He just wants to hear, hello, I have an appendix for you. He will really love that.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So just give it the bottom line. Just start with that, and then you'll just fly. And then just like what Fatma said, you will build a reputation for yourself. The people who know who Amin is or who know Fatma is, they will trust their judgment. But if it's like Amin is calling on every other patient for a consult, they will lose their reputation. They will stop trusting your assessment.
Just like you said, like first introduce yourself. So it's very important to like introduce yourself when you're calling, because in the beginning, or should I say during my internship, I would just pick up the call and be like, start saying the case. Then the doctor on the other end is already mad, like, who are you and where are you calling from, So just make sure the first few seconds you say hi. And I also like to ask them, how are you? Because maybe they might be stressed, just to diffuse the situation. And then I introduce myself.
Thank you for taking this consult.
And then that's true. And then I tell them where I'm calling from, and then I tell them like just Amin said, like the important what's concerning for that specific specialty, So and also as an ED resident, they will always ask you, is the patient stable, or what medications have you given? So make sure you know and you're aware of what medications you're given, what doses, and if the patient's stable or not at the time of consult.
I think everyone touched on the really main important points, so I'll just try to summarize and add my own twist to it, I guess. But it's very important, like introducing yourself and who you are. You don't want them to have any guesswork, basically, or have to ask you or interrupt you later on. Along with, just telling them, why are you calling? Emphasizing that point. And there's keywords for every specialty. I feel like a consult is literally like into you're throwing your what's a sinara in English? Like the
fishing rod?
The fishing rod. Literally you're fishing, guys. Like you're trying to catch the fish. Throw the bait,
Speaking their language.
Exactly.
Packaged bait. Again, as Fatma mentioned, game.
It's a game. So cardiology, throw in that moderate.
Yes,
exactly.
With the 5 Ranson score. They would love, neurology would love that.
Oh, yes, 100%.
I used to get so nervous about consults. Now I love them. I love when I have to do
They're
a
so
consult.
fun. And you end up like building rapport with some of them. And they just trust you and they're like, fine, I'm putting the admit order.
Until it goes wrong.
Then they kiss again.
This was my next. These were all very successful, your phrases and your mnemonics and how you deal with it. Tell me some rejection stories of consults. I'm sure you have many.
Oh, I have a really, really big story.
Yes, I need to know.
Okay, so rejection on consults. So let's go back to the first, I wouldn't say the first shift. I think it was the first few shifts of my residency. So this patient comes and he has this condition. And I just don't want to specify so many things. I just want to keep it general. So my attending goes like, okay, please call for a consult for this patient. And it was one of those category 2 consults. It's one of those really risky ones.
Use your categories now. I don't know about the new freshers.
We should actually make these well known to tell the consulting service, guys, this is a category 2.
There should be a code. There should be a code.
As soon as you pick up the phone, press 1. Category 1.
I don't know if you guys saw this reel on Instagram. It's going viral about the AI doing consults now.
Oh, is it?
Wallah, this will help actually.
So it's like if you want GI, press 3. If you want GI emergency, press 2.
Wow.
If you want GI OPD, press 1. But it's
It's like a device for Sarah or something.
Exactly, it is, yes.
Nice.
Anyway.
Let's go back to the story. So my attending tells me to call the service to clear the patient. And I'm like, I was not ready. I did not know what to ask. And I was a consult was a new concept. I pick up the phone, hello. Hi, this is Amin, blah, blah, blah. And I start saying I start saying the story. I'm not using any system. It's a full chaos. A lot of it fell on me. So the person on the other hand was really hearing some big chaos.
So you don't blame them.
Yeah, I don't blame them, honestly. Yeah, but...
Is this psych?
I would just keep it.
Because as soon as you said to clear the patient...
No.
Oh, this clearing business.
Yeah. So anyways, so I call and then they're like on the other end. So what do you want me to do? What do you want me to see? What exactly is your question? And like I was just faced with so many like questions on the phone that I wasn't able to answer and I was feeling overwhelmed. So I think I said something and they said something and it escalated and they were like, "What's your name? Who are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, my name is Amin and I'm this." And then I'm like, "Okay," whatever they say, I just say, okay. So it sounded a bit rude. And then they hanged up. I was like, okay, it ended. They're going to see the patient. I'm just back to my computer. It didn't take it 10 minutes. They're looking for me in the ED. This attendant came there. He's like, "Who's Amin? Who called me now?" Oh my God. And to make it even worse, the attending who asked me to call the first time ended their shift and they left. And now I'm with a new attending who doesn't know the patient. And I'm on my own. And they come and they're like telling me what kind of consult this is. And I started saying, "Oh, I'm an R1. Please, like, I'm here."
I would have denied. I would have been like, Amin, I think he left.
I don't know.
I don't know where he went.
I would have just cried. That's
swear,
the thing
yeah,
I
yeah.
would have done.
It really escalated to another level. They said, "Oh, this was very inappropriate." And then at the same time, when they eventually left, they left. So I had to go to my PD. I was like, "This happened. Expect a complaint because this was really bad."
You needed an emotional CPR yourself.
I honestly, I needed one of those cry spots.
Which was that? Your PD's room?
Oh my God. Yeah. And he was... my PD, oh my God, he's so supportive. He was on leave and I had to call him and he picked the phone. Imagine. Yeah.
I feel bad for
At
you,
the end of
PD.
an evening shift, imagine. Yeah. But yeah, shout out to Dr. Nasser.
But I think it's a good thing that at least you can like look back on the situation and
Yeah.
self-reflect and say, my consulting skill at that time was not well. I can understand how
Yes.
quickly things can escalate when you don't have those communication skills built up
Exactly.
yet.
And then
Which
use
is
it
not
and-
expected of you at that stage,
Yeah.
but make it a conscious effort
Yes.
to work on this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And use it as an opportunity to go and build rapport with that. Because I remember my PD said, "So what's the next step you're going to do?" I'm like, "I'm going to avoid calling this person." He's like, "No, exactly not. We're going to sit and we're going to fix this."
Yeah.
So he reached out to this person, had a discussion with, and then we all met. And then we cleared the ground. We're like, now it's one of the favorite people, so I can call.
Oh,
and then
They would know
That's
you in
nice.
and out.
That's
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Whenever they
Yeah.
come to the ED, they use it as an opportunity to teach. So
Yeah.
it's really
Oh,
good.
that's
yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Any other stories you guys have?
For me, I can't remember, like, obviously I've had a lot of rejections, but I think the main one that sticks in my head isn't a rejection story, more of an unfortunate consult. So basically, it's one of those, you consult them and they're not on call, but they're on the on-call list. So I called the first time. Their number is on the on-call list for trauma, so I call, and she nicely tells me, "Oh, I'm not on call," Cool, خلاص, I'm sorry. I hang up. And then I call the operator to basically tell, okay, who's on call? And they give me this person's name and they're like, okay, we'll transfer you to them. And they do. And I'm on the line. Okay.
And it's her again.
And it's her again. Okay. And then she's like, "I tried to be nice." The screaming, guys, it went on for 30 seconds. I just remember, and it was one of those really busy recess shifts.
Oh my
and I
God.
was like, "I do not need this right now." I was like, "I'm really sorry."
You're pulling the ethics card, like, which card do I play now?
Fatima and I are thinking, who's that?
I won't tell, but
Definitely.
basically, like, they just hung up, and I just stayed in shock for, like, I was just processing what happened, and then I was like, do I cry? No, I don't have time. Just a cold stroke, it's fine.
I mean, I do not know about all of you, but me, at first 6 months, I was crying in residence room, and some of them actually saw me in the washroom crying.
Aw.
But I don't know why. It's just those days. Those
You
rough
need to
days,
let the
yes.
emotions out,
Yeah, exactly.
I think definitely just keep in mind that this is not a me versus them situation.
Yeah.
This is us versus the disease, or us working together for the patient. I feel like maybe that removes some of the built-up biases you have. Because a lot of us is like, oh, they're just sleeping in the on-call room. They've been 6 hours here in the hospital doing nothing. And to them, it's like, oh my God, ED, they can't do anything themselves. They have to call us for every little thing.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a bias and misconceptions that
from
we
both
hold
ends,
for
from
each
both
other.
ends,
Yes,
So just remind yourself that this person's on my team. how do I give them the most beneficial summary and information they can do so they can do their job, so I can do mine.
Exactly.
And keep it like this. And just to say on these category 2 patients that Amin is saying, I feel like if you have to ask yourself, can I send this patient home or do they need to be admitted? They need to be admitted. At that
Since you're
point.
questioning it, they need.
Yeah.
But it's about the other service. They won't accept it. It's like.
I guess this is where what you said comes in,
Yeah.
where those keywords
Yeah,
play the
yeah,
best
yeah,
role.
yeah,
Yeah.
speaking their language. Yeah.
Exactly.
I think just to end this segment, يعني, empathy makes the world a better place. I think Fatma touched on this very nicely. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. We'll all be much better for it. يعني, I remember in my internal medicine on-calls and internship, literally I was taking a consult and we had I had 2 other missed calls within that call. يعني, when you put yourself in the other person's shoes, you feel like, okay, I understand, you know? And هم as well, when they do an ED shift, you know, they're like,
They
I get
actually-
you.
yeah.
I'm sorry, you know?
Yeah.
So it goes both ways.
They actually says thank you and sorry because now we know what you go through. So the next segment is education hacks, as known as fake it till you have learned it. And I know that you brushed upon some of your tools and some of your apps. However, here it's more on the shift what you do. So like I want to know any favorite pocket tool you guys have, anything you must have on the shift with you for your education hack, or any of like the weirdest but effective study method.
During the shift?
Yes.
During the
During
shift,
the 8 to
number
9
one
hours.
is just be prepared. The first thing I do before every shift is when I walk in, I claim a workstation and I put my things there and I sign in because that can take a long time. And then when I'm in, I open what I need to open. So if I'm working in Resus, I'll open the patient list for Resus. I'll go onto the web browser. I'll open the MDMs that I use from WikiM or something. I'll open my resource right there. Second is I go to the supply closet. I grab my lubricant jelly, my trauma shears, tongue depressors, anything I might need during the shift. So I don't need to go in and out, like otoscope covers, anything like this. This helps me orient myself back from Fatma who's at home to Fatma, the physician. And gives me like a little... let's say orientation, orientation or mini refresher that, okay, now I'm Fatma the physician.
Yes.
You said this multiple times, grounding,
Yeah,
the thing
I
before
really
your
like
first
it,
shift.
yeah.
I love it.
And
Yeah.
Just
It's very difficult to forget.
Yeah.
For me, it's the worst when I'm on off rotations. When I'm in ICU or OB-GYN, it might feel it might make me feel like very dejected because I feel like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
But then I have to, if I remind myself, I'm here for a reason.
Yeah.
This is part of my rotation. I have objectives here.
Yeah.
I need to do this and this and this. This
Yeah.
was what will help me in my emergency career. Then I feel more grounded and my sense of purpose is renewed.
Yeah, just to rewind on that, like you said, like you come and then you prepare yourself and everything. When we like go back to what we said in the beginning, like Fatma said, you said come early or come on time, you know. So I would suggest what I do, I come like 20 minutes before the shift starts. That's when your preparation starts. So you come, you pick a computer or station, you place your stuff, sign into your system, everything. Because if you come, let's say your shift starts at 6 and you come at 6, you're going to spend those 10-15 minutes situating yourself when you're supposed to already see patients, you know. So come earlier, prepare yourself, and then have a good level head for the rest of the shift. And as well, yeah, that's it.
And to add to Hila's saying, for OB-GYN rotation, I did mine in Corniche. So their shift starts at 7:30. And I kid you not, all of the, most of the things I've seen, like the codes, the code purples,
Early
the PPF,
mornings?
they are like 20 minutes before the shift starts. So if I did not come at like 7 rather than 7:30,
You
I
might
would
have
have
missed
missed
it,
it.
yeah.
The first ever delivery I did on my own, it was at 10 in the morning. And the shift starts at 7:30. No one would fault me for coming at 7:30. But I did put in the offer to come early. Sometimes you're lucky. In SSMC once I had no, it was 2 stab wounds. They stabbed each other, imagine.
Wow.
And they came again 30 minutes before the shift started.
Yes. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. So it's really, it goes a long way if you just do come early, be prepared.
And it's also nice for the physician before you.
Exactly.
And it lessens the handover time.
Yeah.
The
Exactly,
physician before you
You
doesn't
ease
need to
someone
hand
else's
over.
job.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
That's
asked
the-
about the study hacks.
Yeah.
but
Some tools or
some tools I would say if there's a so this is outside of the shift.
Okay.
If something I'm really struggling with. If there is this topic where whenever I see this complaint, I fear it, or
Like
I try
eye
to avoid
pain
it,
or eye redness or
or
rashes
dizziness.
or
Oh my
dizziness,
God.
I hate
vertigo.
this.
or
Oh
back
my
pain.
God.
I'm like those complaints. I really don't like them.
Dizziness is still a culprit.
Yes. So the one thing you can do is prepare a presentation about it. Teach someone about it. So go and prepare a presentation about dizziness.
Yeah.
You would have to do it. And go and tell your academic chief resident or whoever sets the academic rota, tell them, schedule me for dizziness on this date. And bug me for it. Like, don't let me just
Don't
do
let
it.
me off the hook.
Yes. Just let me do it. Or go and get a dizziness case and present it. So you will be...
And seek those cases out during your shift.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't
Don't be
avoid
like,
them.
oh, it's dizziness, I will not see.
Or rash. I'm gonna avoid the rash.
Yeah.
You should go see.
Yeah, that's
what the
something.
study
Yeah.
That's really a good point. I
Because
mean,
as well, it's different when you're reading a topic and studying than actually seeing the patient. You actually get to,
I think for study hack and tools on shift, I think Amin mentioned this earlier, but I just wanted to re-emphasize it because I thought it was great. Sometimes if it's especially a chief complaint you haven't frequented recently or it's been a while, or even if you just want to refresh yourself, just have a look through the differentials on any of your favorite pocket apps, whether it's Corpendium, whether it's WikiEM. And again, and this will help you sort of know, okay, I need to ask about this, I need to look for this on examination. And this will minimize the amount of times you have to go back in and out of the patient room to do things that you may have been able to do in one time. So I guess that would be my biggest on-shift tool.
I know it's not an education tool, but I keep a dark chocolate in my pocket.
Trust me, it can be educational.
this definitely helps. You know how many times I've told pediatric patients, I'm not giving you this. This is mine. I have 4 more hours. You're going home. I need this.
This was a question in my EM interview for residency, and they're like, how do you help yourself in the busy shift? Okay, go to the vending machine, get the Galaxy dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, can we also talk about Fatma's chocolate almond balls? I don't know if you still bring them, but I remember my shift with you. So good.
They're so good, right?
You were nice enough to share.
I would be you. I would not share those.
No. I feel like snacks, first of all, it's they encourage team bonding.
Yes, they do. Yes,
Also with consults, I bribe them. I tell them, if you come see the patient, we have some chocolate, we have some karak.
I mean, that's our love language.
Exactly.
Food.
ED always has a correct supply.
Exactly.
100% somewhere.
Okay, so moving on to the next segment. Again, one of my favorite. Night shifts.
Oh God.
As known as powered by caffeine and regret. Okay, because for me sometimes when I was new, and I'm usually a nocturnal person, but working on a night shift is totally different. So I would want to know, describe yourself. Are you like a zombie or a vampire when it comes to night shift? Or just, those caffeine-fueled motivational speakers who are just speaking without any filter? And any tips on switching between night and day shift?
I would say the zombie thing depends. You could be a morning person, a night person.
Yeah.
But I don't know about you guys. In SKMC, most of the time we try to do the nights back to back. So if you have nights on that block, at least we try to put it just back to back. Some people request to have their nights spread out. I'm one of the people who request to have them back to back. The first night, I'm the most zombie because you did not fix your sleep schedule.
Exactly.
You might have come to the shift with less sleep, but then from that second night, third night, it starts building up because you go home, you sleep, and then you wake up fresh.
Yeah.
Or you go home, you stay awake until late in the evening, then you try to sleep. So that's one thing. And then whenever it's night shifts, your whole circadian rhythm is changed. Your whole physiology is changed. You're awake when everybody else is sleeping, and you're forced to think and perform at your best to give the best care for your patients.
Exactly.
I would say really focus on nutrition, your sleep, the way you come to the shift.
Yes.
Also come with that mindset that one of the attendings always says this to me. He's like, come to your shift, especially to your night shift, thinking that this is the worst night shift of my life. Because if you come and then you're expecting the worst, and if it didn't come, you win. Because you were ready.
You're either relieved or you're well prepared.
Exactly. And if it comes, you're well prepared.
Yeah.
But if you come expecting that, this is one of those easy nights that's just going to pass, and then it's a big bomb inside, you're going to feel like the world is against you. When in reality, no, you're just a victim.
Yeah.
A victim of your own choices.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So, that's the way how I go about it. I don't know about you guys.
I love night shifts. not just because they tend to be less busy, but also lots of critical cases come to night.
Yeah, they could be one of the worst.
Most of the time.
shifts,
Yeah.
Less people tend to come to the ED with minor complaints
Exactly.
during the night.
Yeah.
So I love night shifts. The patient population is different. Also, I feel like there's a sense of camaraderie with everyone in the
There
hospital when
is.
it's night shift. You and the ENT resident are bonding that you're both, that you're both on call in the night on the second day of Eid. So there is some sort of like a bonding,
connection.
exactly,
Yeah.
a connection between you and the rest of the staff in the hospital. Regarding sleep, first of all, I like my shifts like staggered. So I like during the week. So for this, my advice would be talk to your rota maker, whoever makes your rota that block. If there's this preference, ask them if it's possible to do it like that and do it like that. For me, I like them staggered. So I like day and then evening, then night, and then off, and then day and evening and night, because it gives me more time between shifts to recover. And it suits the way I fix my sleep or how I do my sleeping pattern or habit during the week. I know some people like it to be like Amin said, all days.
Just get it over with.
Exactly. Then all night, then all evenings. Which I don't know how you can do all evenings in the same week. Me, by the second evening, I'm done.
Get it over with. Just get it over with.
Second night, I'm burnt out.
Oh yeah, me too. I don't know why.
Just push. Just push through.
I would
through.
prefer back-to-back staggered shifts as well.
Same,
Yeah.
me too. Yeah.
Yeah, because nights, like 3 nights, just get over with.
No,
Honestly-
this is horrible.
I don't know. Honestly, night's one of those things that makes you feel like you are separate from all other special. Not very separate. Like it gives you that sense of like, okay, this is why I chose emergency medicine.
Yeah.
I'm here to serve. Like I'm I'm doing my
It's
job.
one of the staples of our specialty.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it makes
That
us
you
unique.
randomly, exactly.
Yeah. Well, you're here sitting and like guarding this critical area when everyone else is at sleep. And you know, in this entire region, if anything goes wrong in any of these houses, they're gonna end up here in front of me.
Yeah.
So like that all gives you this sense of responsibility. I should work better on
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
you're sleepless and you're tired, but then that kind of like gives you that satisfaction that you've done something.
Definitely, I'd say for regarding sleep, whether it's before or after night shifts, try to see what works best for you, what sleeping pattern works best for you, and do that. There's no like a formula or a specific book that will tell you how to sleep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Read
Work
some
yourself.
things,
And
try some things, and see.
Exactly, yeah.
Caffeine definitely can be a
factor.
friend.
helping friend.
Friend or foe. Depends how you use
For
it.
me, it's been a very good friend. I don't know if it's like a toxic friendship. Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? But for me, it's,
again-
So work on your sleeping habits, find out what works best for you, and plan how you sleep in the beginning of the week. Don't wait till the day before your night shift to see, I have a night shift tomorrow. What do I do?
Oh
Do
my
I stay up
God.
tonight? Do I plan how you sleep during the week from the beginning of the week?
Exactly.
And invest in certain things like earplugs, blackout curtains.
Exactly.
It's not a bad idea to yell at the neighbors' kids when they're playing. I know it's 10 a.m. on a Saturday morning, but I just came back from night shift. I need you to be quiet.
Quiet, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the thing I wanted to add, because we had a wellness lecture back in our academic day. So it's a pre, it's during, and it's a post. So you have to take care of yourself post night as well and pre. Yeah. If you come back after your night shift and you're sleeping throughout until the next one, like until 8 or 7 in the evening, you're gonna bed rot. So have some plans outside so that you don't feel, oh, this is my life, I'm just gonna be night shift and I don't know how
Night
to enjoy.
owl, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's
I never
something.
sleep right after the night shift. I sleep like at
You will
noon
be so stimulated, especially if you have
Yeah.
to drive in this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
because I'm not sleepy. I'd go home, I'd
If you
Play,
have like a
I
patient that
watch.
gets you up and then you're driving when the sun already has like, it's like already high up, you can't
For
sleep.
me, once I take a hot shower and I eat my breakfast, I'm knocked out.
Yeah.
Me, I have a sudden burst of energy, like 7 a.m. if the shift's finished. 7 or 1 a.m., you make me do another shift. I have no problem, but because I'm not on the shift.
Yeah.
I can't sleep.
No, I go home, I go about my day, and then I sleep around 11, noon. I get sleepy, I get relaxed. I need to have this time.
Yeah.
I know. I want to ask you guys a question actually.
Yeah.
So, what is breakfast for you? Is it the meal in the morning or is it the first meal of your day?
Oh.
Because I've known people that will wake up before a night shift at like 8 p.m., 7 p.m.
And that's a breakfast.
And they would eat like biryani or they would, and it's like their first meal. And I think they're crazy.
Oh.
Biryani can't be a breakfast.
Yeah.
And at 7 p.m.?
I would eat biryani right after my shift at 7 a.m. in the morning. I don't
When
mind.
it's everyone else's breakfast.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
But
you would
certain
tell people good night.
Exactly. The ADNOC operator who fills the car. Thank you. Good night.
We're
Take
so
care.
messed up. We're so messed up.
Yeah, we are doing something totally unnatural.
Yeah.
It is. And
Different, yeah.
we are. You
And I
see?
think it came out that night shift workers, so
It shortens life.
Yeah, it's a
Higher
carcinogenic.
mortality.
Yeah, and it shortens lifespan. It shortens
Exactly.
lifespan.
It's like basically you're building, because you're not sleeping properly, you're just building so much of,
Sleep debt.
and also those harmful
Free radicals.
Exactly, thank you.
Yes.
I didn't sleep well last night.
And when I read those high mortality figures, I'm like, it's okay, ajr inshallah.
Yeah.
This is how I try to,
Something have to kill me at the end of the day.
might as well.
No, I just ignore it. You know, like when your car makes a funny sound whenever you turn to the left, I just ignore it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just,
I didn't read this article. This is not true information.
Exactly.
I feel fine.
no, listen, like we're built different. I don't know who these studies were based on. We're built different. It's not us.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Are you telling me night shifts are like smoking? No, come on, please.
I think, as you all said, yani, for the night shift routine, everyone has a different one that works for them. For me, just a quick brief on my night shift routine. To be honest, I'm actually not very consistent. I think I'm horrible when it comes to night shift prep, but I think I've gotten better. And
It takes time. It's a thing you build up during your residency.
صح. بالضبط. Exactly. Actually, when I compare my first couple of night shifts earlier in the year to now, so much better now. Yani, I think my prep has improved, and also how I recover from night shifts as well. I think generally for me, I end up going the night owl route the day before. So it's really easy for me because I have this problem, revenge procrastination. So especially if I had an evening shift that day, I'm like, okay, fine. I will watch my show, okay, and until like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and then I will sleep. And then
And it's so easy to stay up the next day.
Literally, like I pray Fajr, I put no alarms. I'm like, khalas, nobody talk to me.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. Okay, and then yani khalas, you go I don't usually nap before my night shifts. I know some people do. If that works for you, great. I find naps make me groggy, so
Same.
or I might miss the night shift. Well, I did a nap once, and I dreamed, guys, that I missed my night shifts.
Oh my God,
And I really went with it. Yani, I got an email. Why did you miss the night shift? Yani,
Overthinking at another level.
and I wake up at 8:30.
You gave yourself extra shift.
And I was trying to explain, it's not for me. If it's for you, go for it. I like a cup of coffee before I go. Some people do it midway through the shift. That's cool too. I think driving to the night shift is an experience in itself because everyone's going back home and you're going.
This is what Amin was saying.
Yes.
Everyone is in a different planet.
Different
It's like
dimension.
driving to the airport. you know?
My day just started.
Time doesn't exist.
Yeah, it does not. At least they'll be parking, once everyone's gone.
Oh my God, thank you. This the main issue.
Parking availability, None of you mentioned hydration.
Oh, so
That's
important.
a pro tip.
Oh my God, صح.
Yeah.
Definitely, hydration and good snacks. I know we've talked about like the chocolates I bring.
Yeah.
I don't actually eat any of them. I eat a banana.
Oh, okay.
You just try and make us fat?
No, because I've noticed that chocolates give me like this sugar rush and then the sugar
The dip.
dip,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So that should be coffee, right?
Definitely for me is good black coffee, healthy snacks, and definitely I wouldn't recommend eating during the shift like a proper meal. I know some people do.
No.
Makes me sleepier.
Yes.
Weirdly.
Yeah. And it's just I don't think is a nice habit to build.
And if you have to do it, like try to make it into one of those meals that won't knock you out, like a salad,
Exactly.
something high in protein.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't go with carbs. Yeah.
I mean, I do not know how people get time to eat. I can inhale some chips. That's
Yeah.
the time I have during
Yeah.
the shift sometimes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Some nuts maybe, like
Yeah.
easy stuff.
Exactly.
Exactly. And of course, drinking water is very important.
Yeah.
Lots of people have those like water bottles that tell you
Yes.
how much you need to drink.
Yeah.
It's just a conscious decision. Whenever you're walking by the water cooler,
Yes.
take a
Yeah.
sip. That's
I
it.
have to have those glass bottles because I like to see my water.
Yeah.
If I don't have a glass bottle, I will not have water. This is one problem.
Yeah.
This could be one of the suggestions if anyone
And
wants
keep
to.
it in front of you in your workstation. You'll remember to drink some.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to this episode of ECREM Talks. We hope you found some of these tips helpful. Be sure to tune in to part 3, where we talk about teaching on shift, imposter syndrome and burnout, some resident confessions, as well as our closing segment and advice. If you have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to email us on the email provided in the show notes. Thank you once again for tuning in, and see you on your next shift.